So does every frame shop have an area like this, you think?
Sadly, I think it's probably more common than not.
I think
you know,
it is.
boxes of new samples come in. People get busy, they don't put them up, and so here they collect.
Yeah. I understand how that can happen, but it is a problem in the industry. And I think the hurdle, I know in my company, and that it's where do we put them? Because we've got other things in the way, and we like what we have up, so what do we do?
Well, I think one opportunity, certainly, customers want to see something new. They want to see innovation. They want to see some excitement. One thing, these new samples, that's what they bring, right? When a new customer comes in and say, hey, something just came in, I know it's going to be perfect for the piece, and you go grab it off your wall.
Exactly.
But, I mean, this needs to really get up and get out into the show floor. And so helping Sherry with a program on what to do, how to recycle moldings, you know, take down old discontinued ones, get the new ones up. I think it's going to be really a big part of her merchandising.
And we could also talk to her about introducing new styles out in the gallery too. It doesn't always have to be automatically back into the wall. We can feature things and put them with new displays and things, and show people that what's new.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think working with your vendors, most of the time they offer incentive discounts with new products, new product launches that are coming out. And why not tap that resource?
Exactly.
Utilize those discounts to purchase new molding, get new displays up on your wall,
Very important.
and create some excitement in your retail space.
Yeah, definitely. You've given me some input about your back room and some things that you think are an opportunity to increase efficiency and kind of make the room flow better and and I've been listening to some of your ideas, and in general I think that, you know, the idea that you have of almost making a long skinny space work for you by ushering work in and then ushering work out is a good plan. You know, I see, though, that you're about ready to invest in some things that, as far as supporting manual equipment like a mat cutter and things, that would actually influence how the rest of this lays out. And I thought I'd give you some other thoughts to think about.
Okay.
I'm kind of prejudiced about this because I bought my first computerized mat cutter in 1997.
Okay.
One of the first ones that came out, and I bought it because I didn't want to be at the mercy of someone that knew how to cut mats and I didn't, and I wanted to be able to produce them quicker. And it's probably been one of the most productive things I've done for my company.
Okay.
Because we're able to cut mats quickly. We're able to put someone on them that's not necessarily a framer during busy times and things, and we're able to produce product much more efficiently than cutting them by hand. And the truth of the matter is that I rarely, if ever, see someone that doesn't have a CMC these days. And so I wanted to introduce that to you because I know that your idea is to build a better table for the mat cutter, keep it in the middle of the floor and things. And I thought if we used a CMC mounted on the wall, because you can almost go vertically with that, and you leased it, which is I think about $300 a month, that you could pay for that. I could show you statistically how you could pay for that item in labor and efficiency and that you might consider putting a station. And again, I haven't mapped all this out yet, but there's a lot of space here on the walls.
Right.
That could be used to combine backstock of mat, a CMC, and then a lot of this counter space could be done away with, like you were going to.
Right, yeah, because this counter space, I think, just cuts the room even further in half, and it's kind of inefficient for what we need, and it's. Yeah, it definitely needs updating as far as the access and things like that.
All right.
So, yeah, and with this configuration of space right now, which I inherited, I haven't really been able to
And
update
it's
the
a
way I
tough
want.
space
It's a
because
tough
it's
space,
long and narrow. But I think that it can be done pretty efficiently. It's tough to go upstairs and cut and things like that. And I think one of the things we're going to talk about this week is whether or not it's more profitable for you to order more chops, and maybe I can show you in numbers how that might work out for you with waste and all that kind of thing.
Take a look.
The other topic I'm going to hit today is when to throw things away. okay? And I know that's an issue, right?
Well, yeah, it's always an issue.
Okay, not always.
Well, it's always an issue as far as when to throw things away because, yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so
But-
I'm going to give you a
yeah.
guideline, okay?
Okay.
This is how we do it at Framing Concepts.
Okay,
If we have a piece of 16 by 20 foam board hanging on a wall.
right.
We have a piece of 4-foot molding hanging next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's a quarter of an inch smaller than that goes in the dumpster.
Okay.
Because space and labor is money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want my people going through things looking for a scrap. And space is and I have 4,000 square feet to produce in. And we still run out of space.
Sure. Yeah.
So here, when I see, you know, the back stock under here and things, you're going to tell me that at one time you're going to use that yellow mat, and I'm going to tell you that that space could be used for way better stuff than keeping it. I
Okay.
think. That's my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think?
I value your opinion.
But what do you see? What's the value of keeping this? You think you'll use it someday?
I actually do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be keeping it. And I do donate a lot of donate a
that's
lot
fine.
of these to different schools. And I just donated a large portion for school projects here. There's a lot of art school projects and grade school and things like that. And I do save a lot here for them.
And
So,
and that's
yeah.
a great thing.
Yeah.
But you know we do that too. We
Yeah.
donate to 3 or 4 different schools,
Mhm.
but it's in a pile by the back door, and they come and pick it up. We don't have to deal with it day in and day out.
Right, and I occasionally, you know, until it's donated, when I need a very small piece, I can grab one. But I do have to go through it, so I understand your concerns, and that's one thing that I do want to eliminate is having to go through everything to find and find and find for the smaller pieces and things like that.
Here's the other thing I want you to think about. We have now built into your pricing, once we do this next step, the ability to order a full sheet every time you need an 8x10 and still make money.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah.
So we really don't need this to be profitable.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We
All right.
don't.
Okay.
But again, there's that but.
Yeah.
It's the community that excuse me, that the shop's in, and you know, basically the philosophy is you don't want to add to the landfill if it's not necessary. So everybody, I mean, this is a recycling kind of town, so we want to try to recycle and try and do that as much as possible. And I'm looking for opportunities to recycle this before I throw it away. I do understand that we do have to throw stuff away, though. So
All right, well, let's compromise then. Let's put it somewhere else.
okay.
Let's put a stack of something, let's get a box, and it goes in vertically, and we stack it up, and then we recycle it somehow. But
Well, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, part of the opportunity, I guess, for this remodel is to be able to build in that particular aspect of it, whereas before it was just, you know, pinching pennies. But I've got a lot more opportunities available now with your assistance and with the remodel and everything, being able to rework some concepts and some reconfigure some layouts and things like that. I think we'll be able to probably accommodate that
Okay.
goal.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.